Brewers play-by-play man Jeff Levering, our Brewers 360 guest every Wednesday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
We're happy to do it. We're happy to call winning baseball, and there's been a lot of winning baseball with the Brewers these days.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dunphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors. Get ready, Milwaukee baseball is here.
Major League Baseball has been put on notice.
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Back with you from American Family Field as we continue with the On Deck Show built by Menards. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. They're presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure, visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. The Mariners, 7 games below 500, 59-66. They lead off with their third baseman and the former St. Louis Cardinal, Brendan Donovan. Randy Arozarena will bat second. He's in left field. Batting third is the designated hitter, Dominic Canzone. The cleanup hitter is the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Batting fifth at first base, Josh Naylor. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Cole Young. Cal Raleigh bats seventh. He's the catcher. Victor Robles bats eighth in right field, and batting ninth is the shortstop, Brock Rodden. Again, for the Mariners, Donovan, Arozarena, Canzone, Rodriguez, Naylor, Young, Raleigh, Robles, and Rodden. And on the mound for Seattle is the right-hander, Bryce Miller. The Brewers 77-48, 4.5 games clear of the Cubs in the NL Central. They lead off with Bryce Terang, back in the lineup after 4 games off. He's at second base. Batting second, the left fielder, Jackson Churio. Batting third, at first base, Jake Bowers. Cleanup hitter is the catcher, William Contreras. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Christian Yelich. Luis Lara bats sixth in right field. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. And batting ninth is the third baseman, David Hamilton. Again for the Brewers, Terang, Churio, Bowers, Contreras, Yelich, Lara, Mitchell, Ortiz, and Hamilton. And on the mound is...
Shot to first, race back to the bag. Oh, yes. Tagged him right on the Philly fanatic oven mitt. Pops it up, and Wong with a dive to make the play.
Goodness, that was spectacular.
Ground ball left side. What a play by Geraldo Perdomo. That is an incredible play.
And did he catch it? Oh, he did. What a play by Johnny DeLuca.
Hill's coming in. He dives and he makes the catch.
Adames, the throw, the stretch. He's out.
Folks, this is the big leagues.
To Cronenworth, glove to glove, and in time. Dive, and he's got it. What a play by Zeke Duran.
Jeremy Pena throws the first, got him. A highlight reel defensive play to take a hit away.
Edmund, he lays out. Tommy Edmund with an incredible catch to end the inning.
He's out near the wall, and it is caught. Meckler got it. The Mech strikes again.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. Eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh, man. Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best true sport player ever.
Ways you move. To schedule an appointment, visit prevea.com/ortho.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball being brought to you by American Family Insurance. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Construction Business Group. Usinger's famous sausage Usingers in baseball, just not summer without them. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Menards. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Prevea Health. Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Delta Dental. Quick Trip. Pops Tire Service. West Bend Insurance's Silver Lining. Smart 18. Steinhoffels. Toyota. Woodman's Food Markets, Carbolus, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, Island Resort and Casino, Wisconsin Dental Association, Iron Workers Local 8, Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Wisconsin Biofuels, North Shore Adult Diapers, Concordia University of Wisconsin, Wisconsin Laborers District Council, Tsunami Express Car Wash, Wisconsin's Dairy Farmers, and Case IH. Brewers and Mariners opening game of a 3-game series in Milwaukee. We'll have the first pitch for you in just a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's only one way to celebrate, with a Surfside iced tea and vodka, or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, and made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark, or catching the game at home. Surfside is only 100 calories, with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Score big at the International Autos Group in Milwaukee and save up to $25,000 on an exceptional lineup featuring Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and Hyundai. Or get rare 0% financing for 60 months and make no payments for 90 days. Get the service you deserve at a price you'll love at the
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
That's my security right there. That's the bad one, Roscoe Pico train.
Major League Baseball wanted to start doing something with the players and their dogs.
Which one's the dog?
I was undecided on whether to do a dog card or not, but my wife pushed me in the back and she wanted a famous dog, so she told me to do it.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Fourth inning in that one. Pittsburgh with a 2-1 lead at home over Detroit in the bottom of the 5th. Other scores around baseball. Later on tonight, the White Sox and the Cubs. They'll get underway about 6:05 later tonight. The roof update brought to you by Big Fish Contracting. The panels are closing. The roof is already closed as we've got weather in the area here in Milwaukee. Big Fish Contracting, with decades of experience providing roofing, siding, and windows. Visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. We're ready to roll at the game. It's brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Ride with you every mile. Visit Boucher.com. With the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
All right, thank you so much, Lane. And a reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. Kyle Harrison gets ready to go. Brendan Donovan, the former Cardinal, is in the batter's box. First pitch of tonight's game is a ball up and away, and off we go. First pitch of Brewers Baseball brought to you by Carbolus. Premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field. You can find Carbolus right here inside the stadium. Carbolus, less is more. Donovan squares the bunt, lays it down foul, and it nestles just outside the third base coaching box. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Brendan Donovan this year, 254, has not played very much. His 3 home runs. He's driven in 12. Hits one towards the gap in right center field. That's plugging the gap and hitting off the wall. Mitchell's got it. Fires it in. It's a leadoff double for the Mariners' leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. So a double for Donovan. Randy Arozarena is the hitter. So for Kyle Harrison, who allowed 8 runs his last time out, 3 of those earned, did allow 10 hits against the Mariners, 3 the Padres. 3 home runs allowed by Harrison, too. That was a season high. Here's Arozarena having a consistent season. The pitch to him is high and wide with the fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. 73 degrees outside, a little steamy inside. 80 degrees as they close the roof and close the panels. Pitch to Arozarena. Curveball strike. Adrian Johnson, our crew chief. I feel like we haven't had this crew in a long time, if at all, this year. Ball and a strike, and the pitch from Harrison. Another curveball, good for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Funny you say that. When I was filling out my lineup card, I had the exact same thought. I think we had Adrian Johnson once earlier this year, but not much.
Just feels like we haven't seen this crew hardly at all. 1-2 pitch is high and wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty consistent with some of the other crews we have. Somewhat regionalized a lot of the crews. 2-2 on Randy Arozarena. Runner at second. The 2-2 pitch is a called third strike on the inside corner. Harrison strikes out Arozarena. 1 away. Each and every Brewers strikeout. Presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Ortho ASAP, don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle that you want at Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. Hitter is Dominic Canzone, a switch hitter. Not today, though. He's just hitting left-handed because he's always a left-handed hitter. Not a switch hitter at all. He takes his strike. And it's 0-1. I don't know why I thought he was a switch hitter. He's not.
He could do it if he tried.
I don't know if it would go well for him.
You could call Jackson Churio one.
Yeah, tonight's the night to try, though. Hop in there from the right side of the plate, Dominic. See what happens. Digs back in. Brewers defensively today. It's Churio, Mitchell, Lara, left to right in the outfield. Hamilton, Ortiz, Terang, and Bowers on the infield. Terang back in there after a 4-day absence. 2-1 is a swing and a miss. There's something going on with the scoreboard where it's always got 2 balls up there on the top. A little crazy, but I keep looking up there and the count is wrong. I think we've got a little glitch with our ball and strike system. Count is 1-2. And the pitch to Canzone, hit foul, stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. So, Lane, food for thought. When you're looking up there in your innings,
don't read the scoreboard.
Hopefully they get it figured out. Because you would have looked up there if you were
Ron Burgundy, as you know.
I know, and if you would have had the lead innings, you'd have looked up there and gone 2-2. It's 1-2.
I'd like to think I would have figured it out, but it might have taken me a couple of pitches.
See my head on a swivel here, and I've been kind of back and forth. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not that it matters to our listening audience. And that's low and gets by Contreras. So now will be 2 balls and 2 strikes as the runner goes to third on a wild pitch. So a double, a strikeout, and now a wild pitch. Getting Donovan over to third. Has spiked that slurve and hit in front of home plate. Contreras tried to scoop it, couldn't do it. Infield comes up for the Brewers. 2-2 coming back to Canzone, and it's low, the curveball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full boat, here it comes from Harrison. Ground ball hit towards second. Terang has it, looks the runner back, throws to first in time. That's a big out. 2 away. Not going on contact. Brendan Donovan over at third base. That ball hit right in the dirt in front of home plate. Julio Rodriguez, 19 home runs, 52 runs batted in on the year, hitting .258. Center fielder for Seattle. First pitch to Rodriguez is high, ball one. See, it's always got two balls up there. No matter what. One to Rodriguez. That's high. See, the count is right. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Rodriguez. Here it comes. And the sweeper misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. And we're getting a challenge from William Contreras, who gets bopped on the forehead from Julio Rodriguez at the plate. All challenges brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And that one was well below the strike zone. Pat Murphy has his eyes very open. That was almost 3 inches below the strike zone. 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1.
So the strikes are working.
The strikes are calibrated, but always 2 balls, no matter what. But now we're 3-1. So maybe the first 2 balls just are staying illuminated. The 3-1 is a strike, and it's 3-2.
The balls are stuck.
The balls are stuck. Yes, they are right where they are. They ain't moving. And they are illuminated. Bright yellow. At least it's not one of those theme nights where it would be some sort of animated thing. I don't know. Star Wars night or who knows. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Getting over. I mean, heaven forbid it's Bluey night. Harrison strikes out a pair. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Brewers coming up. No.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive. Superman. Hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game. The pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue. Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
You can trust, energy you can depend on.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hey, the balls and strikes are calibrated up on the video board. That's a good sign as Bryce Terang digs in. First at bat for him since Wednesday last week in San Diego. Bryce Miller is the pitcher for Seattle. And the pitch is a strike on the inside corner for Miller. 95 miles an hour on the fastball. About the cruising speed for Miller. He's pitched against the Brewers once. It came in this ballpark back in 2024 with 7 scoreless innings. 0-1 pitch is a check swing down the third base line, foul. Terang, who's battling that knee issue, is beating cleats out of the batter's box. He'll take his time getting back down the line. Terang grabs his bat and will saunter his way back towards home plate. Gives us an opportunity to let you know that our quick trip around the bases contest is presented by Wisconsin. Tonight's contestant in the quick trip around the bases contest is Dustin Barden of Montello. Terang back in the box, and the 2-strike pitch as phones start buzzing at American Family Field, all in unison. The 0-2 pitch is a fly ball in the left. Baccaros Arena is shy of the warning track and makes the catch. National Weather Service tornado warning in the area until 7:30, so everybody just hunker down, get your radios on, and be safe.
Mine told me to take shelter. I believe I have.
I feel pretty safe where I am. This ballpark is like a tornado shelter. Jackson Chourio is at the plate. One away. Chourio finished his road trip on a high note, 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles and 3 runs scored in the finale against the Dodgers. First pitch, a high strike at 96. Dustin Barden of Montello, our contestant in the quick trip around the bases contest. Brewers score in the first. Dustin wins $100. A quick trip gift card compliments of Quick Trip. The 0-1 fly ball to center. Back it goes. Rodriguez at the wall, jumping, and he took one back. Big smile on the face of Jackson Chourio as Julio Rodriguez puts up the X, signifying the no-fly zone. Section out there in Seattle in right center field for Julio Rodriguez. Chourio hit it well, maybe not as well as he would have liked, but not sure this ball gets out of the ballpark, but it's at least close.
I'll tell you, if the roof is open and the panels are open, it probably does.
There's Bowers, and he takes a strike. Almost for Dustin Barden from Montello. Bowers at 275 leads the team with 21 homers, driven in 70. Second most RBIs on the club, behind Terang, 75. Bowers takes inside. Cutter at 93. Bowers finished his road trip 4 for 4. All 4 of his hits came against left-handed pitchers. Only the 4th player to do that this year as Bowers slams one foul just over the head of the bat boy in the third base side. Look out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bowers waits on Miller's 1-2 pitch. Line down the right field line. It's a fair ball headed towards the corner. It's cut off. Bowers around first. He's headed for 2. Here comes the throw. It is late. Head first slide from Jake Bowers. Tag from Rodden stays on the body of Bowers. He's got himself a 2-out double. Pretty good play and right by Victor Robles. Went down into a knee first slide. Made a nice throw, but Bowers just enough speed to get in there. $75 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. Robles does not look like he's super comfortable. Laid some sod out in right field. And then Bowers sliding in just ahead of the tag. Here's Contreras, the cleanup hitter. And the first pitch from Bryce Miller to Contreras is down and away. Went breaking ball. Cleanup hitter brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. RBI chance for Contreras. Had 3 hits in the last 2 games of the Dodger series, including a home run. And he takes a sweeper for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on William Contreras. Three out of 23 on the road trip. At 1 point snapped an 0 for 20. 1-1 pitch. Broken bat flare, base hit left field. They'll send Bowers around third. Here comes a throw from Arozarena. It's on the bag, and in time the ball pops out. Bowers doesn't know. He dives back home, and he's safe. He dislodged the baseball from Cal Raleigh. Didn't realize the ball had popped out, and then dove back into home plate and scored the run. And Jake Bowers needs a gas mask. Hustling all the way into second base on the double, and then got the wave as Yelich was screaming at him, get back, get back, get back. Touch home plate. Dan Wilson, the Mariners manager, is deciding whether or not he wants to challenge the play at home, and now Adrian Johnson, the home plate umpire, a lot of time elapsed. Again, Cal Raleigh had this in plenty of time. Bowers went in and tried to get out of the way and dislodged the baseball from the glove of Raleigh. That was a legal move. And then Bowers, as the ball was away from Raleigh, got some help from Yelich, dives back in towards home plate, and he's ruled safe, and no challenge from the Mariners.
I think they tried to challenge. I'm not sure Adrian Johnson allowed it. And looking at the replay, I think it would have stood regardless anyway.
It's a tough play at home plate. Jake Bowers getting a towel to his face and a towel to his neck and back. Sal Frelick who's toweling him off. Cabana Boy. Here's the pitch to Yelich. Swing and a miss on a cutter on the inner part of the plate. That was a heck of a sequence right there. Again, Bowers just trying to slide around the tag of Cal Raleigh. May have got his hand on it. Just ahead as Miller as well was getting in the way. The pitcher. The 0-1. Up and in on Yelich. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Dustin Barton of Montello, you're a winner. $100. Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Quick Trip in old Wisconsin. What a play. 2-out double, 2-out RBI single. 1-1 to Yelich, down and in. Cutter at 93. Pitch to Yelich, a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two, waiting on Miller. Runner at first, Contreras. Miller sets in his pitch. Chopper foul, first base side for Bryce Miller. His earned run average, 3.39. He's about 3 points higher away from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Road earned run average at 4.5. Home ERA just over 1. 2-2. They're going in on Yelich, and a toss to first has Contreras back standing up. There is some rain coming down right now. Coming through some of the seams at American Family Field. Water will always find a way out. Always. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here it is. Swing and a miss. Throw him a splitter. Yelich is out on strikes. Brewers get 1 on the 2-out RBI single by William Contreras. They lead at 1-0 after an inning on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South Side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an All-Star jersey. You can see on the back the All-Stars and the All-Star patch there. Being an All-Star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
We got plays at the plate. Sal Frelick, a Cabana boy. I mean, we're just having a great time. Here's Josh Naylor leading things off. He pounds one into the ground foul. And all he needed to do was rub some sunscreen over Jake Bowers, and he'd been hired. 1-0 Brewers, second inning. Naylor, 10 home runs on the year, takes outside, hitting .267, 44 runs batted in. Mariners got him at the deadline last year from Arizona. It's this one foul. Was with Cleveland for a long time. And then dealt to Seattle. Brewers just traded for his brother, Bo. AAA catcher down for the Brewers. Got him from Cleveland. Brewers sending Blake Perkins and Craig Yoho to Cleveland. The pitch down and away. Bo Naylor, part of the package back. 2-2 on Josh Naylor. Left-handed hitter. Lefty Cole Young on deck, too, to pitch. Hit in the ground to first base. Bowers has it. Steps on the first base bag for out number 1. 3 unassisted on the ground out. Kyle Harrison gave up that leadoff double to Brendan Donovan. He was standing at third with only 1 out. Went strikeout, ground out, strikeout to end the inning. Cole Young, the hitter. Talented second baseman. Hitting .260 with 15 home runs. It's a Mariners offense that has grossly underachieved. Young takes a breaking ball for a strike that clips the inside corner. Young waiting, and the pitch, another breaking ball. Caught the inside corner of the front door. It's 0-2. Just got report of a scoring change in the first inning. No RBI for William Contreras. Ball was dislodged out of the glove of Cal Raleigh and deemed an E2. I think that's fair. I mean, he's out dead to rights if he hangs on to the baseball, but didn't hang on to the baseball. Got to complete the play. 1-2 to Young. And a ball and a challenge from Contreras. He better be right. Otherwise, the Brewers are out of challenges. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Here we go. Shazam! Strike 3.
Ball is overturned. Pitch is a strike. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
Contreras back out of the doghouse from Pat Murphy. He just crossed himself at home plate. He just crossed himself because if he's wrong, he's not allowed back in that dugout, I don't think. Here's Cal Raleigh, 3rd strikeout for Kyle Harrison. Raleigh, right-handed hitter, and a check swing and a ball outside. Raleigh, who hit 60 homers a year ago, first catcher to ever do that. Only 13 home runs this season, hitting .158. Finished as a runner-up in the MVP to Aaron Judge. A lot of people thought Cal Raleigh should have done it just because of the position that he plays. 2-0 is outside. 3 balls, no strikes. He had 110 hits last year, Lane. 84 of them were for extra bases. Incredible. 60 homers, 24 doubles. The rest were singles. Big difference from a year ago to this year, though. 3-0 is a ball, and he walks him on 4 straight. Victor Robles hits, but first, 10 for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Lane Grindle, Ken Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering aboard. Kind of a creepy night tonight. Tornado warnings in the area for another 25 minutes or so. Victor Robles, right-handed hitter, faces Harrison, and the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 2-out walk, the first walk issued by Harrison. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? Did not. Dexter Kelly over at first base says no. Bat came out of the hands of Victor Robles. No harm, no foul. 36 pitches and climbing for Kyle Harrison, who was looking for a quick second inning. Pitch to Robles, a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One of the things for Harrison last time out, velocity was not as consistent. Some 91s and 92s out at San Diego. 1-2 pitch, a check swing at a fastball up and out. Did he go? Dexter Kelly again. Swan, safe. Two and two on Robles. Raleigh at first base. 2-2 coming. Fly ball foul right side. Seen some more pitches. This next one will be the 40th for Kyle Harrison. Set again from the first base side of the rubber. Bowers holds Raleigh. 2-2. Jammed him down the right field line. Foul. Robles, former Washington National, choking up on that bat almost halfway up the handle. Trying to put the ball in play. Robles this year hitting .264. He's not homered and driven in 9. 136 plate appearances. The pitch home. Line to left. Churio moving over. He's got a beat on it. Makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits. A man left for Seattle. Brewers hitting again up 1-0 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This update sponsored by you.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Yesterday was the Yankees' Cam Schlittler leading things off. Today, it's 30-year-old right-hander Dylan Cease of the Blue Jays making his 23rd start of the season.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That time he strikes him out on a changeup, getting Grisham leaning out over the plate. No runs, a 2-out double. Ariel Ramos left in scoring position.
The chase there, though, for strikeout number 4. Go to the old reliable, and he's taking his chances that he can get Grisham to chase, and he does. This is a sharp, biting slider straight down.
Cease's 8th pitch to Caballero. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 97-mile-an-hour fastball for his 7th strikeout of the start. 1-0 Yankees, middle of the 5th. It's tied at 1 going to the 7th. Dylan Cease back on the mound. Swing and a miss, strikeout number 10.
That looked like a little bit of a tighter slider than we've seen most of the day, almost more like a cutter.
That is the 9th time this year Dylan Cease has struck out 10 or more batters in a game.
Second inning. Brewers with a 1-0 lead. Another 2-out run scored by the Brewers. Bryce Miller just finishing up his warm-ups. He'll face Lara, Mitchell, and Ortiz. Bottom half of inning number 2. Rain here, at least in Milwaukee, has calmed down enough to where no water is dripping down through the seams of the rooftop. So that's good. I understand some folks are without some power around greater Milwaukee area. Just make sure you stay safe, hunker down. Pitch to Luis Lara from Bryce Miller. Deep breath, and the pitch. It's a strike. 0-1 the count on Lara. 224 for him, was 4 for 20 on the last trip. Driven in 11. Yet to hit a big league homer. Almost got one at Dodger Stadium against Yamamoto. The 0-1 inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One coming back from Miller. Jammed him foul. Fastball, good late life and some action. 1-2 on Luis Lara. Mariners at 59-66, just 4 games back in the AL West from the top spot. West is going to be crazy getting down the stretch. 1-2. It's away. Mariners are in the middle of a 9-game road trip. They're 3-3 so far. Lost 2 of 3 in New York against the Yankees. Won 2 of 3 against Houston. Astros leading the division by 2 games, but they're only 1 game over 500. 2-2 popped up foul. Hanging splitter. Texas is just 2 games back. The Brewers, after they are done with this homestand, go to New York for 3 days, and then they will entertain those Texas Rangers for a 3-game series and go back out on the road. And then it's September. 2-2. Jammed him foul and hit it off his front foot. Lara, who took one off of his shin at Dodger Stadium. I'm not sure he got that one on the same shin or if it was lower than the shin. For his sake, I hope it was in the foot or in the protected area.
I was looking at the AL West earlier today.
Wild, huh?
It really is.
2-2 to Luis Lara. Line foul just over the head of Matt Erickson.
The thing that stood out to me, I couldn't believe it when I saw the Athletics had a negative 178 run differential.
That's big.
I know it was Vegas. I know it was different. The team we saw in Vegas, there's some talent on that squad. There's some young hitters that can swing the bat.
They don't have a lot of guys that can throw it, though.
No, they don't.
That's the problem. 2-2 to Luis Lara. Fly ball left center. Rodriguez on the warning track makes the catch. Again, that's another ball that if the roof is open and the panels are open, Lara probably has number 1. Fly out to center. 1 gone for Garrett Mitchell.
I mean, the next closest in run differential in the entire major leagues is the Rockies with negative 119. I mean, that's a gap.
That is a major discrepancy. Major. After that, it's Kansas City minus 107. Those are the only 3 in the minus hundreds, which is a huge disparity. A swing and a miss from Garrett Mitchell. Conversely, the Brewers' run differential is plus 132. And the pitch to Mitchell. Line back up the middle of base head. Got a splitter, got the hands to it, and Mitchell with a 1-out single. The Brewers plus 136 is number 2 in Major League Baseball behind the Dodgers at 142. All that to say is that the Brewers score a lot of runs and they don't give up a lot of runs. The crazy thing is that you're seeing a lot of teams that are in the wild card race in the American League and they're in the minus 47, like Texas. Is minus 47 and they're in the mix. Minnesota minus 46. Toronto minus 57. It's hard to do. Ortiz takes low, ball 1. I think you could take a look at any stat and make it whatever you want it to be, but again, that run differential it's a big one. Ball, no strikes on Joey Ortiz. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. He's hitting .243, 6 home runs, and 33 driven in. And the number 8 spot was 5 out of 18 on the last road trip. Starting at short tonight. 1-1. Line back up the middle, a base hit for Ortiz. He's centered on that fastball. First and second for David Hamilton. Joey Ortiz staying inside the baseball. That was 102 off the bat. Fastball at the top of the zone, and he got his hands on top of it. Really impressive swing from Joey Ortiz. If he takes that same swing at that same pitch 2 months ago, that's a double play ball. It's a different story now. This is a different version of Joey Ortiz since the beginning of July. David Hamilton at the plate, major league leader in base hit bunts. Third baseman Donovan in on the grass. Here's the pitch, and Hamilton looks at strike one at the knees. Folks, Usinger's has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. Enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did, because our recipes never change. When something works, you stick with it. Still made the old world way, the correct way. Usinger's, America's finest sausage. The 0-1. Hamilton looked at a strike on the outside corner. Sweeper. Nothing in 2 on Hamilton. Takes the bunt away with 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Terang on deck. Big hole on the left side of the infield. Miller turns towards second base, looking Mitchell back. 1-0 Brewers on the E2. Can't say RBI single, just a lot more difficult to explain now. But an E2 on Cal Raleigh, and what could have been an RBI single by William Contreras. The 0-2, down and away. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. RBI, should have been an RBI, but the double by Bowers, and then a good throw from the left fielder, Rosarena. Raleigh couldn't corral it, and Bowers jarred it free. 1-2 on David Hamilton. Pitch. Little tapper out in front of home plate now. Trickles back foul. Hamilton was just playing pepper with that pitch from Miller. Threw him a splitter. He's seen 2 straight splitters. Well, folks, a clean ride is always a win. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash before or after the tailgate to keep your car fresh. Tsunami Express Car Wash, the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. Miller getting up there in pitches. 35. In his first inning and a third. 1-2. Popped up behind home plate, foul.
Jeff, the Cubs are ahead of the White Sox 1-0 in the bottom of the first with nobody out. One batter has come to the plate.
Oh, I was wondering what the big deal was. Okay.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Homered again, huh?
Yep.
Homered to lead off the game yesterday, and then ended the game with a walk-off, and then homered again. It's quite the stretch for Mr. Crow Armstrong. 1-0 Brewers here. Again, be careful out there, everybody. Some tornado warnings in the neighborhood. 1-2 pitch. Hit foul again by Hamilton. He's spoiling a number of splitters. He has seen 4 straight split-finger fastballs. 1-0 Milwaukee. Again, the tricky slide from Jake Bowers at home plate after he had jarred the baseball loose from Cal Raleigh. Snuck back and touched home plate. Number 9 hitter David Hamilton battling with Bryce Miller. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. Always appreciate everybody tuning in. However you're doing it, I know a lot of folks have lost some power around the area, so maybe you got your transistor radio out, you pop in those earbuds for a couple of moments, tune in. Appreciate you listening to Brewers baseball always. Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Brewers and the Mariners. 1-2, Miller. is at the letters, looks at his runners. 8th pitch of the sequence. Line towards third. It's one hop to Donovan. Throws the second for one. Return throw to first, not in time. Donovan fed it to the shortstop. Rodden covering the second base bag. So it goes 5-6 on the putout at second base. Retiring Ortiz. Runners are on the corners. No chance to turn 2 with Hamilton running. Bryce Turang fly to left his first time to the plate. Turang again missing the last 4 games, and Cal Raleigh's going to go out and chat with Miller. Now bring the entire infield in as a discussion will take place. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, over 95 kiosks. It's a fan stream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. So Miller at 39 pitches. Everybody finished up on the mound. Break up the rock pile. And see if the Brewers can collect another 2-out hit. Drive home another run. Donovan, the third baseman, in on the grass. Garrett Mitchell, the runner, at third. Hamilton, the runner, at first. See if they try and send him in motion. We'll see. Pitch to Turang from Bryce Miller. Set, and here it comes. It's a strike on the outside corner. Threw him a splitter to open up the sequence. Just 1 strikeout thus far for Miller. 0-1 pitch. High fly into right. Got it off the hands. Back a few steps is Robles. He makes the catch. The Brewers are finished. They strand a pair. We go to the third inning. 1-0 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
If your ride's been banged up,
how do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's back.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Lane with the play-by-play.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. They announced in between innings that the tornado warning for the immediate area has been lifted, so good news for everybody here and around the ballpark. Brock Rodden to lead things off for the Mariners here in the top of the third inning. Kyle Harrison brings home the first pitch, and he missed inside. Pitcher's thought about a challenge. He elected not to, though, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. If he had challenged, he'd have won it. That was a strike. Should have been 1-0 pitch. That missed outside, and it goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball at just 91. That one didn't miss by a lot. Seen a lot of 94s, even some 95s from Harrison tonight. That pitch is fouled straight back. And it's 2-1. Yeah, sitting 91, though, so far here in this third inning. So something to keep an eye on for Kyle Harrison. 2-1 pitch is fouled back. Now in at 92. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Velocity's not everything, but if the velocity is dipping as the game goes along, that usually tells you something. 2-2 pitch is ground ball to short. Backhanded by Ortiz. Pats the glove, fires to first in time to take care of Brock Rodden. And there's one away here in the Mariners' half of the third. That'll get the leadoff man, Brendan Donovan, to the plate. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way. Like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. So here is Donovan, who doubled against Harrison back into first, and he takes in tight with a sinker at 93. It's 1-0. He was stranded at third, though. Harrison got really tough from there. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. 1-0 pitch, missed. Oh, caught the very bottom of the zone. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball at 94 that time from Harrison. 1 fouled back and had a play. That was the slurve, and it's 1-2. Donovan, really the big addition for the Mariners in the offseason. Made that 3-way trade that landed Donovan with Seattle from St. Louis. Pitch is high, and the count is even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harrison looks in. Here's the 2-2 to Donovan. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Contreras will flip it down to first to complete the strikeout. It was a slurve down and away. Donovan, a strikeout victim. That is strikeout number 4 for Harrison. An ortho ASAP strikeout. And there's 2 outs and nobody on for Randy Arozarena. If you're heading to a Brewers game, Potawatomi Sportsbook will get you there. Make any purchase or same-day bet for a shuttle wristband. Space is limited. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. First offering to Arozarena swung on and fouled off the gear of Adrian Johnson. It's 0-1. Arozarena called out on strikes back in the first, hitting .276, 17 home runs, 53 driven in. Former Tampa Bay Ray, one-time St. Louis Cardinal way back in the day. 1 pitch. Fly ball center field. Playable for Mitchell. In and to his left, just a couple of steps. Reaches up and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Harrison in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of 3, 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down? When
the people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville. It's Asheville. That's all you gotta say. Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet. So it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
business finances? Don't just bank with anyone. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
We go to the bottom of the third. It's a 1-0 Brewers lead over the Seattle Mariners. Jackson Chourio, who just missed a home run in the first inning on a great play at the wall by Julio Rodriguez. And so an 0 for 1 and a tough 0 for 1 so far tonight for Jackson Chourio. He leads off this third inning. Miller at 41 pitches to grind through the first 2 innings, and he misses away with a fastball. It's 1-0. Brewers have had some hard contact against Miller. He has been going in the wrong direction with his season over his last 6 starts. He had been brilliant early on in the year. Here's the 1-0 to Chourio, and a swing and a miss and a cutter off the plate away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners have lost each of Bryce Miller's last 6 starts. 0-4 with a 6.12 ERA in that span. He's given up 7 home runs in that stretch. He'd been really stingy with the long ball prior to that. 1-1. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Rod fields it and throws to first in time to retire Chourio. There's 1 away in the Brewers half of the third, and that'll get Jake Bauers to the plate. Before this stretch of the last 6 for Miller where things have gone south, he had a season ERA of 1.71. It's ballooned to 3.39 in this stretch. That was coming into the game tonight. Miller's first offering to Jake Bauers lands a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. Miller out of the windup in the 0-1 to Bauers. That is on the outside edge with a splitter. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. So he's not given Bauers a fastball yet. Bauers, of course, had that double back in the first. 20-game on-base streak now for Jake. I was talking to Jason Lane about him in the pregame show tonight. And one of the comments he made in passing when talking about Jake, but I thought it was a really good point. 0-2, swing and a miss. He went after a curveball, and Bauers strikes out. There's 2 away. Was that, especially this year with Jake, every player, no matter how great they are, over 162 games, there's going to be some dips. There's going to be some series where maybe things don't go your way. You hit into some bad luck, or maybe you just don't feel great for a few games. And he said with Jake, there's never been any major change. He's just stayed true to who he is, hung in there with it. First pitch to William Contreras is up and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. And as a result of it, the few times that Jake's been in one of those valleys this year, he's popped right back out of it pretty quick-like and gotten back on it, so to speak, in terms of being hot. And he's really specifically swung the bat well since it came out that he had a broken toe. That was in San Francisco, and he's been on a heater pretty much ever since then. Here's the 1-0 to Contreras, and he was taking all the way. He took a cutter on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Now 1-2-3 flawless hitting from Kyle Harrison in the third, brought to you by Carbless Premium Cocktails in a Can, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Stock up for your next tailgate and grab a pack of Carbless at your local retailer. Pitch is a strike at the letters, and it's 1-2. You can also find cans right here at American Family Field. Carbless, less is more. Contreras with a base hit back in the first. Had 3 hits on that road trip, but the 3 came in the last 2 games. Pitch is down and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Which was a good sign, and also a good sign that he picks up where he left off here with a homestand with a base hit in the first inning that led to a run. He does not get an RBI for it. Miller out of the windup brings home the 2-2 to Contreras, and a swing and a foul tip, and it was not held on to by Raleigh. Contreras looking back and getting some clarification. Stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. fouled that one straight down into the dirt. Miller again out of the windup, kicks and delivers, and this one's popped back our way and out of play. And again, it stays at 2-2.
Love reading the fun facts on the scoreboard. Did you know that William Contreras is the first big league all-star whose name contains all the letters to spell all-star?
Do you think that's true?
Well, if it's on the scoreboard, it must be. They fact-check everything over there.
I'm sure they do. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Contreras strikes out. And Miller with a 1-2-3 inning here in the third. Well, we'll do some research on that ourselves. I find that hard to believe.
Well, let me know in a week.
We go to the fourth inning.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Pete Crow Armstrong is a walking highlight reel in the outfield, but on Monday night, he put together an offensive tape for the ages with his first career cycle. The Cubs star has been on a tear in June, posting an OPS north of 1,000 since the month kicked off. Things are going so well for the 24-year-old right now that even the toughest parts of the cycle were no challenge.
A bleacher souvenir for PCA.
PCA opened the game with a 434-foot leadoff blast to right center and followed that up with a triple in the third.
Home run, first at-bat, triple, second at-bat.
After a fifth-inning double, he made history in the seventh, recording the 13th cycle in Cubs history and becoming the first Cub to do it in reverse order.
He did it! And the fans are loving them some Pete Crow Armstrong here.
PCA's perfect day helped the Cubs mount a late comeback and cap off a historic night.
Cubs win! Sing it!
Word.
We go to the fourth inning here at American Family Field. It's a 1-0 Brewers lead. Kyle Harrison, 53 pitches to get himself through the first 3 innings. Back out there for the fourth. He worked a 1-2-3, top of the third. And now he'll get 3, 4, and 5 for the Mariners. Canzone, Rodriguez, and then Naylor. The lefty Harrison brings it home to Canzone. Ground ball to first base. Fielded by Bowers. He'll flip to Harrison covering, and 1 pitch and 1 out for Kyle here in the top of the fourth. And that'll get Rodriguez to the plate. Now, Brewers honor Chief Petty Officer Matthew Higbee, 15 years in the U.S. Coast Guard, 10 years at sea, multiple medals. Got a big ovation here tonight from the crowd. Always great to see our veterans and service members being honored and getting the appreciation that they deserve from our fans here at American Family Field. First pitch to Rodriguez, a slurve on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. And a reminder that retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Harrison looks in, the 0-1 to Rodriguez, missed down and into the fastball, and it's 1-1. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. 1 ball and 1 strike on Julio. The pitch, a swing and a miss. He was late on a fastball at 94, and it's 1-2. So we saw the velo dip a little bit at the beginning of that third inning. Then it came back up, and now it seems like he's sitting more in that 93 to 94 range here so far in this fourth inning. That's perfectly fine. It's when it starts to get to 90-ish that you have a little concern. The 1-2 pitch, a half swing and a miss from Rodriguez, and he is retired. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. That was a fastball up and out of the zone at 95 from Harrison. Start healing faster and don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle you want at Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. Strikeout number 5 for Harrison. And now here's Josh Naylor, first pitch. He is inside for a ball, and it's 1-0. Naylor grounded out to first back in the second inning. The pitch is low. Oh, it's in there for a strike. Excuse me. That delayed call from Adrian Johnson gets me once in a while. That was right down the middle. Fastball at 94. 1 ball and 1 strike. Harrison out of the windup, the pitch. That nailed the outside edge, and it's 1-2. Another fastball pumped in there by Harrison. He's in a good groove right now. He's retired 6 in a row. Has a little rhythm to him. Naylor, I think, sensing that, asked for time and stepped out on him here. Trying to disrupt Harrison a little bit. Harrison, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a slurve down and away. That is 6 strikeouts. Ortho ASAP style for Kyle Harrison through 4 scoreless innings so far here tonight. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, you know, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where are you going? He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher AUG Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
1-0 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Christian Yelich to lead things off for the Crew against Bryce Miller. He was able to work a 1-2-3 3rd inning after the Brewers really made him grind through the first couple of innings. Yelich, a 2-hopper, scorched to second base, played by Young, throws to first in time. And Yelich is the first out of this 4th inning. 1 away now for Luis Lara. Lara, a fly ball to deep center in his only at bat tonight. He is 0 for 1, went 4 for 20 on that road trip. Brewers plated their only run of this game in the bottom of the 1st. And that's the only run of this game for either team. 1-0 Milwaukee here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Lara. And landed a sweeper in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Garrett Mitchell in the on-deck circle. The pitch. This is popped up foul territory and out of play third base side. No balls and 2 strikes on Lara. And now time is called by Luis as he steps out for a moment. Schneider and their professional truck drivers remind you work zones require extra caution. Slow down, stay alert, keep everyone safe. The 0-2 on Lara as Miller looking in with 5 on the pitch clock, brings home the pitch, and it's a tapper toward third. One big hop for Donovan. The throw to first is in time to get Lara by a step. Lara hustling up the line was able to make it close. It was a chopper, but a couple of big hops, so Donovan had to wait on it for a beat. That made it close over at first. But there's 2 away now, and that'll get Garrett Mitchell to the plate, who is 1 for 1. Mitchell with a clean single back up the middle, back in the second inning. 1 for 1 here tonight. Trying to get Mitchell unlocked a little bit. Been a tough month and a half or so for Garrett. The pitch. In there with a sweeper for a strike, and it's 0-1. Garrett was a big part of why the Brewers were one of the best teams in baseball in the first couple of months of the season. He was the guy right in the middle of this lineup. 0-1. Missed high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Picking a lot of things up while Churio was injured, while Vaughn was injured. When the Brewers needed guys to step forward, Mitchell was one of those guys that did exactly that for the crew. Miller's 1-1 to Garrett. That is a touch high with a cutter. It goes to 2-1. And Miller will throw that baseball out of play. Wants a new one to be sent out to him, which is allowed by Adrian Johnson. Good crowd here tonight. Tuesday night. Kids start going back to school here soon. 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. A little late on a fastball, elevated at 96. I think some of the private schools maybe even went back to school this week around the area. More will be doing so next week. 2-2 pitch. And a tapper left side. Charging is Donovan. Fields throws low, but caught. Nice job holding the bag by Naylor. And Mitchell is out on a close play at first. So the Brewers go down in order for the second consecutive inning. We go to the fifth. A 1-0 Brewers lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts,
the MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Diving stop by Torres. Pacho throws. Got him. Fine play.
Long run back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. reaches out, makes the grab, and crashes into the sidewall. He'll swing and line. The 1-1 is short. Diving catch on Chris Jimenez. Soaring through the air.
Bounce toward right. Diving stop. What a play by Antonacci. And from the seat of his pants, he throws to first.
Diving stop at third by Fernandez. He throws from the knees. Tagged out at first base is Sanchez.
The 1-run scores. Low being sent home. Langford's throw on the money wins the tag, and he got him on the side. So Langford doing a nice job preventing that second run.
Going back toward the track. Kike Hernandez on the warning track. Reaches up. He makes the catch as he crashes into the short wall next to the pole.
Inside out swing. Nice pick by Grissom. And the throw is there to retire Peterson.
That's some serious good hands for Ron Grissom on the backhand, playing the shortstop position.
Cole Young leads it off. Strikeout victim back in the second inning. 1 of 6 strikeouts for Kyle Harrison. Quietly retired 7 in a row after that 2-out walk to Cal Raleigh in the second inning. First pitch to Young. Big curveball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. How about a quick vibe check? A cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. I think in the back row we were having some good vibes. Swing and a foul held onto by Contreras. It's 0-2. I'm about ready to welcome into the broadcast for the 5th inning, and I hear this. Kitty cat's getting some milk from a saucer. Here's the 0-2. check swing. Did he go? Yes. Struck him out. 7th strikeout for Kyle Harrison. That's 3 in a row going back to the 4th inning. Another ortho ASAP strikeout. And speaking of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, now retired Dr. Stephen Merko, better known as Reno, celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Dr. Stephen Merko. Just call you Reno. Love it. Reno, fun city. Reno, Nevada. Never been. The 0-1 is a strike and it's 0-2. I mean, we could have played a Major League Baseball game this year like we did in Las Vegas. Yeah. Similar environment. Very high altitude.
I was supposed to go there for a college basketball game years ago, but I think COVID got it.
Oh. Got Reno or just the game?
The game.
Okay. The 0-2 is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I guess it could have gone the other way, too. But Reno, happy birthday. OAW surgeon. That makes me think of our old buddy Uke. Fly ball foul right side. Professional diver. 1-2 on Cal Raleigh. Tell you, we're on one today. This is fun. It's a good day. It's like we had a day off or something. Well rested. 1-2 pitch, a wave and a miss. Slurve from Kyle Harrison. He strikes out Raleigh. 4 straight Ks, 8 in the game for Kyle Harrison. Victor Robles digs in. Fly to left back in the 2nd inning. There's not been a lot of hard contact. The hardest hit ball, the leadoff man, Brendan Donovan, double into the gap in right center. It's the only man who's been past first base against Kyle Harrison. Pitch to Robles, misses outside with a fastball, 1-0.
He's been sitting a lot of 95s in this inning. It's almost like he's had the Mizorowski kind of cruise up and down with the fastball velo throughout the game here tonight.
Slurve misses outside, didn't finish the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Good crowd tonight. Tuesday, summertime, school, a couple of weeks away from starting. For a lot of the school districts, 2-0 is high, 3 balls, no strikes. Some went back to school this week. Kids taking advantage. It's going to be a really busy week at the ballpark. 3-0 is a strike, 3-1. Had a couple of friends requesting tickets for Thursday's game. I had a tough time finding tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday's going to be busy.
3-1. Swing and a miss. Got about 3/4 of the way through, and that was it. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Braves series always brings in a lot of people Friday and Saturday, too.
Both day games, take note. 3 o'clock on Friday, and then a 1:10 start on Saturday. 3-2 pitch. And that is low for ball 4. And if Contreras catches that, maybe. No, it was low. So he walks Robles, snaps a stretch of 9 in a row set down by Kyle Harrison. Second walk that he has issued, and it's Brock Rodden. 5th rounder in 2023 out of Wichita State. Playing in his 4th big league game. He's had hits in each of his first 3, all in Houston. Pitch to Rodden is high, ball 1. Brock Rodden. That's a big league name.
That sounds like... Now, you could have a lot of careers with the name Brock Rodden. There's no real restriction.
Now, we talked about the fun fact for William Contreras is Chris Hook is coming out. He sees something with Kyle Harrison. Going to try and clean this up right now. Brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, 95 kiosks, fans dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. Sometimes Kyle Harrison can get a little too quick. Feels like right now he's a bit too hasty in his delivery. So 1 ball, no strikes. Brock Rodden apparently is a 17-year-old, brought down a runaway bull to save the life of his grandfather. Now, if your name's Brock Rodden, you're absolutely taking down a runaway bull.
I mean, that's like
Chuck Norris.
Paul Bunyan type of stuff.
Chad Patrick starting to loosen in the Brewers bullpen. 77 pitches for Kyle Harrison. 1-0 Rodden. Ground ball hit off the end of the bat. Ranging to short. Ortiz, no play. Keeps it on the infield. Amazing to show the range just to get there itself as Rodden comes up with another base hit. He's had a hit 4 straight as a big leaguer. Ortiz was thinking about getting an out on Robles at second base. He runs too well. There's no way he was going to get him. Ball hit off the end of the bat with a slurve. Had some funky hops in it, but no play. It's a base hit for Rodden, just the second hit. Now it's Brendan Donovan. Donovan with a double. Runners take off. Throw is on the backside runner. Tag! Safe is the call. The throw went to second base as Robles was going to take third. So Contreras decided to get it to second base. Joey Ortiz with a pick on a low throw. Did he ever get the glove on Rodden? As Pat Murphy has the hand up, holding, and challenge. Just before the timer expired. Challenging the play at second base. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Heck of a pick by Ortiz.
Challenging the safe call at second base.
I think they got him in the foot. Just showed it up on the video board. Players are leaving the field. The umpires haven't even put the earpiece in yet. Yeah, he's going to be out. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They don't play games with straightforward pricing, premium quality, trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. The umpires are watching up on the video board as they talk to the folks back in New York. What a pick by Ortiz. And tagging the foot of Rodden before his hand as he was trying to swim around the tag. The umpires are still listening. Bryce Miller, the opposing pitcher, is going out to the mound. Third base umpire telling him to hold up for just a moment, but everybody is off the field, the exception of Garrett Mitchell, who's still in fair territory, now walking towards foul territory. But just waiting for confirmation from the folks back in New York.
I mean, the fact that this is taking so long. I mean, everybody in the ballpark has seen the replays. That's why the Brewers are coming off the field. The Mariners are coming onto the field.
Yep.
Even the Mariners know.
Yeah, Adrian Johnson. What are we waiting on here, bud? Remember a couple of series ago we had a challenge and all they did was look up at the scoreboard and they made the call. They didn't even put the earpiece in. I guess they're just double checking to confirm whether or not there was a contact.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Milwaukee Entertainment Challenge.
We could have told you that, AJ. It's all right. Mariners take the field. Caught stealing ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Brewers have the lead, 1-0. Brewers Radio Network presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the plate for a new career with Ironwork.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Why is that person holding a Keith Hernandez card in their hand during the game? Are they waiting for you?
I never cared for that particular pose right there, to be honest with you. I mean, where do you sign on that card?
Right on your best feature. Keith on one side and Hernandez on the other.
I can only sign it on the Bohunkas, though.
Oh, that's a lovely signature.
Right across the boat. Look at that. It's like a tattoo.
fifth inning, Brewers back to work against Bryce Miller. Joey Ortiz will lead it off. David Hamilton, then Bryce Terang. 1-0 Milwaukee. Here comes the pitch on the way to Ortiz. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes it high. Ball one. On the way, Miller up to 64 pitches. Throws a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has not walked a batter. He has struck out only 3. A lot of deep counts Brewers have sustained against Bryce Miller. Coming back again. Up and in and back to the backstop with a breaking ball. And Miller immediately licks his fingers, and that one slipped. Here comes the 2-1. It's inside. 3 balls and a strike on Joey Ortiz. Brewers got their run in the first inning on a dropped catch at home plate by Cal Raleigh on plate-to-plate. Shane Drowan is loosening in the Brewers bullpen. 3-1 pitch is a strike, 3-2. To the count. Ortiz waits, had a base hit his first time up. Pitch number 69 in the game. Line foul right side. Just 2 hits for the Mariners against Kyle Harrison, who's through 5 innings. Had that caught stealing to help him out, get out of the 5th. A pair of 2-out base runners, a walk and an infield single. 3-2 coming again. Ortiz, chopper to third. It's a fair ball right near the bag. Donovan fires across and gets Ortiz. 1 away in the 5th. Hamilton coming up. 10 seconds. Station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering with you. 1-0 Brewers, bottom of the 5th inning. Hamilton a long at bat, ended in fielder's choice in the 2nd and takes a strike. 0-1 the count. You guys want to fire some guesses out there for our attendance game today? Not going to be as easy. 0-1 the count, and Hamilton takes low in the dirt. And you want to have the honors? You want me to go first? What do you think?
I think I'm supposed to go first.
Oh, yeah, you won the last game. So if you'd like to go first, the honor is yours, Your Honor.
I'm going to go 34,034. 726.
726. All right. 1-1 to Hamilton. Ground ball towards the middle. Knocked down by Young. No play at first. Hamilton beat it out. Another infield single. It's a double clutch. I'm not sure the double clutch mattered with Hamilton's speed. Infield hit. It's the 5th hit for the Brewers. Now all their hits have come in back-to-back fashions. Bowers, Contreras in the first. Mitchell and Ortiz in the second. We'll see if Terang can come up with a hit to follow the sequence. He's flying to left, flying to right against Bryce Miller. Kent? 33. 997, 33,997. You're giving yourself about an 800-person buffer. 33,997. Man. 1-0 to Terang. Miller at the letters, throws home. Hamilton runs, throw down to second base, is on the bag, and safe is David Hamilton. Does a do-si-do around the base as Rodden kept the tag on him. This is a good throw from Cal Raleigh, but Rodden was in front of the bag and had to catch it and then move his glove along with it instead of letting the glove stay put and let the baseball travel. Potentially costs an out for Seattle. Good throw by Raleigh, right on the money. Hamilton, too much speed, got a good jump. So a steal for Hamilton. In scoring position, 2-0 pitch is low. 3 balls, no strikes. Every stolen base presented by Delta Dental. Fellow fanatics, your personal cheerleaders, and your #1 fans. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. 3-0, Hamilton dancing the pitch, and Terang took down an in, ball 4. Ortho ASAP walk. Walk right in, there is a difference. First walk issued by Miller. No action in the Mariners bullpen. Lineup goes to the #2 spot, Jackson Churio. All right, I'm going 35-620. I'm going over the top. It's a good guess. 35-620 is where I'm going. This is a great Tuesday night crowd. Totally. We've had great crowds all year long. Over 2 million fans already. Well over 2 million fans. Not as many home games left. Only 16 home games after today. Churio waiting. He's 0 for 2. Runners take off. And no throw from Cal Raleigh. A double steal. Hamilton, he was ready to go. And Bryce Terang, as soon as he saw Hamilton take off, he followed suit. So the infield will be forced to come in for Seattle in a 1-0 game. Raleigh had visions of throwing to second base and quickly put it in his back pocket. 5 straight out of the zone. The pitch to Churio, a wave and a miss, and a ball that was out of the zone. Curveball, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 more stolen bases brought to you by our friends at Delta Dental. Dental and Vision Insurance, Delta Dental of Wisconsin, and Delta Vision. Infield up, 1-1 to Jackson Churio. Line drive, center field, sinking fast, base hit. Hamilton scores. Terang went back to second base, so he stays there. Hamilton scores the second run of the game. Churio makes it 2-0. Better to be safe than sorry, I suppose, if you're Bryce Terang. Sinking line drive to center field to Julio Rodriguez. As soon as Terang started to go back, he dug his foot in and it slipped behind him. No reason to try and get himself to third as the pitching coach is coming out to chat. Pete Woodworth, pitching coach for Seattle. Talk with Bryce Miller, who's given up a couple of runs, and the bullpen is now just starting to play some light toss. Miller at 80 pitches. Trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Also gives us a chance to remind you that August and September mean crunch time for pennant races. Also means you've got 2 months of great grilling before summer fades into fall. Don't miss a single day of grilling. Enjoy brats, franks, Polish Italians, whatever your favorites may be with Usingers. You'll enjoy each and every bite. Bottom of the 5th inning, a run in already. Single on the infield, walk, double steal, base hit to center. Jake Bowers, a double and a strikeout today against Miller. Miller sets and throws, and he missed low and in the dirt, knocked down by Raleigh. 1 ball and no strikes. Miller again ready, checks his base runners. 1-0 is outside. At the splitter, 2 balls, no strikes. Back-to-back splitters for Miller. Game 1 of our 3-game set with the Mariners. 2-0 pitch is low. 3 balls, no strikes, and Miller starting to get out of his mechanics. is loosening in the Mariners' pen. 3-0 pitch. Instead, Miller spins at second base to reset everything. Simpson and Ferrer are getting loose for Seattle. They have 3 lefties out there. Jose Ferrer, the longtime Washington National, and Josh Simpson. The pitch is fouled away on 3-0. Bowers had the green light. Got a fastball. It was up and out of the zone, but Bowers was in attack mode. Three and one with great speed on the bases. Pitch. Down and in, he walked him, and they're loaded for Contreras. Another ortho ASAP walk, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Got to believe this is the last batter for Bryce Miller, with Yelich due next. 85 pitches and climbing. Can tell that Miller is at the end of his rope. Contreras at the plate, a base hit and a strikeout. First pitch, high, and he's got no command of anything right now. Bryce Miller is riding shotgun on the struggle bus in this bottom of the 5th. Here's the stretch and the 1-0 to Contreras. Low with a splitter. There's nothing working right for Miller. Falling behind many of these Brewers hitters in this frame. They're loaded. 1 in already. 2-0 pitch to William Contreras. Is a strike on the outside corner. Cut fastball. Close enough. 2-1. Certainly not the pitch you want to be taking a hack at on 2-0 anyway. Still good hitters count. 2-1 pitch from Miller. Kick, and here it comes. Lined into left field, hanging up and caught by Rosarena. Throw goes back to second. Churio gets back there. Tagging and scoring is Terang. It's a sacrifice fly for William Contreras. Churio almost got caught flat-footed, getting back to the second base bag. Terang was going to score with no issues. Contreras hit a bullet out to left. Sac fly for Contreras. There's his RBI, number 62. And Christian Yelich will indeed face Bryce Miller. 89 pitches in tow for Miller. Shane Drowan looks like he's going to have the 6th inning for the Brewers. At least a 3-0 lead. Pitch to Yelich is away. Yelich a strikeout and a ground out. That splitter has lost its effectiveness for Miller in this inning. 1-0. Hit foul. Went back to the splitter. That was a better pitch. It was on the outer part of the plate. It didn't have that same tumbling action, though.
Yeah, that one stayed up. It was just off the plate away.
1-1 to Yelich. Coming back and now in turn again by Miller. Fakes a throw to second base. Yelich 2 for his last 20 at the plate. Had a couple of hits on the road trip, including a homer in San Diego. 1-1. High fly, right center. It is up. It is back. It is gone. Christian Yelich, a 3-run bomb to break this game open. Miller went to the well one too many times with the splitter. Yelich demolished it. And here comes Dan Wilson to make a pitching change. For Yelich, his 9th home run of the season. And it's a 5-run 5th inning for the Brewers. They lead at 6-0, a pitching change. is on for the Seattle Mariners. Each and every pitching change brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Sometimes you need a change, and sometimes the blowouts, well, they're coming. For everything else.
Time for the great mascot race. Ready, set, go. And they're on. Look at them go, folks. They're neck and neck. It's a wild crowd. Down the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play at the plate. It's T.C. Bear. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Preferred by professionals. Save big on Purdy painting tools now at Menards. And get your painting project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Brewers still hitting in the bottom of the fifth inning. Luis Lara is the hitter, only one away. And the new pitcher is left-hander Joe Simpson. Was with the Marlins last year. He's making his 7th appearance with the Mariners this season. Yelich hitting a home run. Every Brewers home run presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get back to taking big swings on the course quarter field. Visit to Ortho ASAP. Get expert care today at orthowisconsin.com. Drone's throwing a whole game out there in the Brewers bullpen. Trying to stay loose as Simpson delivers low with a breaking ball on Luis Lara. Lara trying to join the on-base parade. Everybody has reached safely for the Brewers today with the exception of Lara. 0 for 2 thus far. Pitch to Lara. Fouled back. Lara, a fly out to center, deep center, and ground ball to third. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside. Change up. So maybe 5 and dive today for Kyle Harrison. Again, trying to keep that pitch count regulated ever so slightly. The 2-2 is a liner foul third base side. Harrison with 79 pitches through his 5 innings. At least get him in a place where he's comfortable when he leaves the game, right? Have that good feeling in his body. He has dominated this ballpark, by the way. 11 starts now. He's not allowed more than 2 earned runs in any of those starts. 2-2 to Lara. Inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 6-1. Could be 7-1 depending on how this one ends up. But a 1.38 ERA at American Family Field this season. 3-2, Simpson. Ready at the letters and throws home to Lara. Line foul right side just above the Brewers dugout. One hopping right behind first base coach Spencer Allen. Two coming back. Ground ball left side. Backhanded pickup by Rodden. Throw across is in time. Showing off a good throwing arm. And the side is retired. Brewers put a 5 spot on the Mariners in the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. Brewers lead it 6-0. As Christian Yelich hits a big 3-run home run. Give the Brewers some breathing room. We'll be back to American Family Field in just a moment on the Brewers Radio Network presented by...
Now, he called yesterday's home run, apparently.
Because he's a sorcerer or whatever that thing is. Yeah, he's a wizard.
Look, I know the highlight here is Brett Sullivan hitting the homer. Just tough to ignore the high wire act that we just saw unfold out there in the bullpen.
And, he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move. He tried to put it right back in the glove.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and that would be a home run. That's definitely a home run.
That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Dirt can popped up.
Dirt can may have popped up.
What are they messing with dirt can? They trying to figure out what that is. What is this?
Anybody?
Say's ready. I think that's Clark's hat. That's not going to work, Saya. But you got to get ready how you get ready.
And there's some hits in that hat.
Maybe. Here's one to left. Cooper Ingle tracking. 2 outs.
He threw it in the stands. He threw the ball in the stands. He thought it was 3 outs. Wow.
That's a mistake that I promise you will not happen again from Cooper Ingle.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
Panels are opening at American Family Field. Getting some ventilation in this place. Kyle Harrison done after 5 innings. Gives way to Shane Drowan in the 6th. First pitch of the inning is a strike on Brendan Donovan. So the Brewers going to the bullpen. It's the first appearance out of the pen for Shane Drowan since the 27th of May. The 0-1 is hit foul. Now this is a bullpen day for Shane Drowan, so wouldn't expect him to be out there for the next 4 innings, right? But maybe a couple. Just get his work in on the game mound. Donovan hits it foul. Slider from Drowan. Last time out for Shane was in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, struck out 5. He was good against the Dodgers. Brewers came back and won that game. 0-2, down and away. That was the 3-run 9th inning for Milwaukee. Felt big at the time, feels even bigger now, doesn't it? Totally. 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Another K for Brewers pitchers. That's the 9th in the game. I mean, considering the Brewers almost came back and won the 2nd game as well against Diaz, who coincidentally is on the injured list now for the Dodgers. Kind of helps them out. Been on the IL virtually all season. Randy Arozarena bats. He's 0 for 2 today. And he fouls that one off the mask of Contreras. Shakes his head, says, good. Adrian Johnson will give him a beat. The Brewers had a couple of heartbreakers on that trip. 3, really. The first game against San Diego had a lead going into the 7th inning. Also had a lead going into the 8th in the finale on Wednesday last week. And then had a chance to win in the 2nd game in LA on Friday. 5-2 was certainly possible on that trip, as that's a strike. 1-2 on Randy Arozarena. But certainly take the 3 and 4, especially taking 3 of 4 in LA against the Dodgers, and you win that season series. 1-2. That's a foul ball. I think it may have got Randy Arozarena in the hand. If it didn't, it was way high up on the trademark. This one get him. Maybe the knob. Oh, maybe on the hand. 1-2. Lifted on the infield. Foul territory for Hamilton. Makes the catch near the third base coaching box. A pop up there. Two away for Dominic Canzone. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, just $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit georgewebb.com for locations and details. Canzone, lefty-lefty matchup again. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Canzone's 0 for 2, just 2 hits. Brendan Donovan, a leadoff double, and then Brock Rodden, an infield single in the 5th. And strike 2 from Drowan. 97 from Shane Drowan. Letting it eat out of the pen.
Maybe a little preview of what it could look like in October if they used him in a role like this.
Stoic Shane into his wind, and the pitch misses down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Find out in the next 6 weeks. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball left center. Long run Mitchell. Long run Churio. It's off the base of the wall. Canzone into second base with a 2-out double. Just reached out and poked that one into the gap in left center. Not a bad pitch from Drowan. Felt like it was up in the zone plenty, but Canzone just leaned on it. 2-out double for Julio Rodriguez. 3rd hit for Seattle. Six runs on 7 hits for the Brewers. The big 5-run 5th. Christian Yelich with a 3-run homer. Drowan delivers home, and Rodriguez takes a strike with a curveball. Looks like Joe Simpson, the left-hander, will continue on for Seattle in the bottom half of this inning. The 0-1, up and in. Rodriguez leans back. Drowan sets again. And the pitch to Rodriguez. Popped foul right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rodriguez has struck out twice. And Kyle Harrison, 5 innings, struck out 8. Did not allow a run. 2 hits, 2 walks. Drowan's 1-2. A pop up behind short. Over is Churio. He is there, makes the catch. And the inning ends. Drowan puts up a 0 in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th on the way. Mitchell, Ortiz, and Hamilton scheduled on the Brewers radio network. It's 6-0.
Boomer is the dog. Said he looked good. And just followed his pitch all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 6-0 Milwaukee. Garrett Mitchell will lead it off against Joe Simpson. Brewers put up 5 in that 5th inning on just 3 hits. Took advantage of a couple of walks and 3 stolen bases. Mitchell takes outside. Mitchell a single and a ground out to third. Book is closed on Bryce Miller after that home run from Christian Yelich. And here it comes. It's away for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just to clip the corner, I should say. 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts for Bryce Miller, and his road woes continue. 1-1. And that's a strike on Garrett Mitchell. 6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Raymond Lackus from Campbellsport. Raymond would win a gift card jackpot of $600 if a member of the Brewers hits a home run in the inning. 1-2. Down and away with a breaking ball. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings. That's Woodman's. Ready to go on 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell uses his timeout. Simpson ready to go again. Kicks and deals. Ground ball through the right side, a base hit for Mitchell. Over to collect is Robles. And he fires it back in. So a single for Garrett Mitchell to get this 6th inning started. Batter is Joey Ortiz. We have our attendance for the night. Drum roll, please. 36,870. Yours truly with the victory. Pitch to Joey Ortiz is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. 1,250 off. It's not bad. Not too shabby at all. Want to know the count? Here it comes from Simpson. In tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Ortiz a base hit and a ground out to third. Way outside of the curveball. 3 balls, no strikes. Bottom half of the 6th inning, Brewers jumped out to a lead in the 1st. Single by Contreras. Bowers was standing at second base, scored after the ball popped out of the glove of the catcher Cal Raleigh in a collision at home. And then it's an E2. There's the pitch. Ortiz took it high for ball 4. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. Ortho ASAP walk right in. There is a difference. Now it's Hamilton with 2 on and nobody out. And then in the 5th inning, a 1-out single by Hamilton, stole second. Terang walked. They pulled off a double steal. Churio with an RBI single. Bowers walked to load the bases. Contreras with the sacrifice fly. And then Yelich with a 3-run homer. Hamilton 1 out of 2 today. 2 stolen bases. Donovan in on the grass. Pitch to Hamilton way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Donovan, the third baseman. Well, today had some nasty weather in southeastern Wisconsin and some tornado warnings around game time until about 7:30 as Cal Raleigh's going to go out to the mound. And rather somewhat appropriate that we are having tornado warnings because today I received a shipment of T-shirts from a company in Menasha, Wisconsin. Menasha, the city that got ravaged by the F3 tornado back in July 27th to be exact. And a company up in Menasha by the name of the Print House, which is a T-shirt printing company, started making T-shirts with Menasha Strong on them, where all the proceeds were going to help out the tornado victims. I heard about it and wanted to help the cause, so I ended up buying T-shirts for all of our broadcast crew. 1-0, and the pitch on the way. Fly ball right center. That's hit well. Back. It is up. It is gone. David Hamilton hits his 4th home run. It's another 3-run homer, and the route is on. David Hamilton hits a 3-run shot. The Brewers are up 9-0. For Hamilton, it's his first home run in over 2 months. June 6th in Colorado, his last homer. And the Brewers have broken it wide open. Bryce Terang is the hitter. Simpson throws to the plate. Curveball misses in. Ball 1. We've got a winner in our Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Raymond Lackus from Campbellsport wins $600, at least for now. Each additional home run could mean $100 more. That is low on Bryce Terang. 2 balls, no strikes. So way to go, Raymond. Terang today, a walk. And he's flied out twice. 2-0 pitch is a ball, 3-0. New baseball sent out to Simpson. Each and every Brewers home run also presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. 3-0 pitch to Terang. Is high, ball 4. Another walk in the inning, the second from Simpson. May get a visit from our pitching coach. We'll see. So anyway, the story about the Menasha Strong T-shirts. If you're interested, go to theprinthouse-llc.com and you can purchase your own shirt. They're $20 a piece, and all the proceeds going to help great folks up in Menasha that just got devastated by that tornado about 3 weeks ago now.
Thanks for getting those for us, Jeff.
Yeah. Just felt like the right thing to do, and we'll rep them down here. And really cool. Just trying to do our part for our community. Sold up to 5,000 shirts in the first day.
That's incredible.
You can only imagine what it's like now. Nick Davila is throwing in the Mariners bullpen. Churio at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Simpson throws home. It's a fly ball right side. Robles will not have a play. No one will have a play as it falls on the warning track. Foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cole Young ended up being the closest man to at the second baseman. Fifth, a 3-run 6th. 9 runs on 9 hits. It's an Ed Rudy special today for the Brewers. Simpson's pitch is outside. Josh Simpson. I may have called him Joe a couple of times. We got the Braves coming in, so thinking about Joe Simpson, the broadcaster. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a curveball. First out of the inning. And now it's Jake Bauers, who's doubled, walked, struck out, scored twice. 20-game on-base streak for Bauers. I think the chances of Joe Simpson being on this trip is actually pretty slim.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be joining us. I wouldn't think.
No, that's a long trip for the Braves, too. And the pitch to Bowers is fouled back. The Braves, by the way, pushed Chris Sale back. He was originally scheduled to pitch on Thursday. And he decided, or I should say their manager, Walt Weiss, decided, you know what, we are going to have him throw against the Brewers. And after the Braves are done with the Brewers in their series, Dodgers come to Atlanta. There's a strike, and Sale will get a start against Atlanta, or against Los Angeles, too. So part of the calculus there, the two teams that the Braves are chasing, trying to stay ahead of. Sale will get starts against each of them. 2-strike pitch to Bowers is a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Doubt they would do this because of the spirit of what the event is, but I'm sure the Braves were tempted to try to send Chris Sale out ahead after his start here. Maybe.
They will have an off day. The pitch is away for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I believe Sale again is going to go Friday. So he'll be with the team. Just kind of a chill day in Williamsport on Sunday. The Braves are going to fly directly from Milwaukee on Sunday morning. 2-2 pitch. Bowers leans on one to right. It is way back and gone. 22 for Jake Bowers. Two more runs for the Brewers. They scored 5 in the 5th. They've got 5 more in the 6th. Add another $100 to Raymond Lackus from Campbellsport's Kitty. Now $700 in our Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. The Brewers have hit a pair. And Josh Simpson's day has run out. Dan Wilson is coming out to make a pitching change. Brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Things are getting a little messy for this Seattle pitching staff tonight. When you're a little messy, North Shore Adult Diapers, they've got the cure. NorthShore.com is where you get to go. Davila.
Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal. Welcome to the show.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump that the Cardinals have been waiting for. This is the future.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Service because we're employee owned. It's Woodman.
New pitcher for Seattle is a right-hander, Nick Davila. 23rd game this year, 4.01 earned run average. The Brewers scored 5 in the 5th and 5 in the 6th. And the Brewers are flexing their muscles today against Seattle. 11-0 is our score as Contreras takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. 3 home runs hit in the inning, or 3 home runs hit in the game. Yelich, Hamilton, and Bowers. Davila throws and misses away with a breaking ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Yelich is on deck. Only 1 out in the inning. That was a strikeout of Jackson Churiel. Hit, walk, homer, walk, strikeout, homer. 2-0 pitch. Chopper foul, third base side. 2 balls and a strike. Is a ball off the outside corner, and we got a challenge from Cal Raleigh.
In the pitch.
All right, challenge brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Cal Raleigh is correct.
Ball is overturned. It's a strike. Seattle has 2 challenges remaining.
I'd say 3/4 of that baseball was in the strike zone. I almost said 7/8, but it was 3/4. 2-2, fouled and caught by Raleigh. Second strikeout of the inning for the Mariners. Now it's Yelich. 3-run home run back in the 5th inning. Second home run in the last week. Remember, he hit a home run out in San Diego. It had been a while since he had homered. Been a while since he's homered here at home, I know that. First pitch, and Yelich takes a strike. Slider from Davila. Also, good news from the north side of Chicago. White Sox 3, Cubs 2 in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch is fouled at home plate. Took a bite out of Yelich. Murakami is homered for the White Sox. His 29th. What a year he has had. Home run derby participant. He had 29 home runs. He was gone almost a month. It's outside. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Old friend Eric Fetty is carving up the Cubs so far. Former friend Brian Hudson started for the White Sox. Didn't go as well for Huddy. No. It is interesting as that pitch is down and in on Christian Yelich. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away. How many former Brewers are playing in that series for both the Cubs and the White Sox? 2-2. Chopper, second base. 2 hops for Cole Young. He's got it. Flips to first. Yelich is out. Davila retires the 2 batters he faces in the 6th. It's 11-0 Brewers after 6 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Experience the best of fall golf at Island Resort and Casino. Enjoy late season rounds at Sweetgrass, Sage Run, or the new 9-hole Cedar Course. Fall golf rates include tee times starting at just $80. And
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, just when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in. That hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way. Couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Lane, take it away. All right, thank you very much, Jeff.
Here's Josh Naylor. And Drowan's first offering is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Brandon Lockridge in the game and left. Jonathan Ornelas is the second baseman. Andrew Vaughn takes over at first base with this 11-0 Brewers lead here in the seventh. The 1-0 pitch to Naylor caught the inside corner, and it's 1-1. You were talking about all the former Brewers or players with Brewer ties, if you will, in that series, or just affiliated with those two teams now. Pitches down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Naylor. There's not a ton of White Sox. You have to get a little creative with the White Sox. The 2-1 pitch is a sharply hit ground ball, bobbled for a moment by Vaughn, but he finds it back in his glove and runs to the bag and retires Naylor for the first out of the seventh, and that'll get Cole Young to the plate. White Sox have, if you count Tristan Peters, who was in the Brewers organization, Reese McGuire was in spring training with the Brewers. You have to stretch yourself a little bit to consider that. Fetty, Hudson, Trevor Richards.
Yeah, deep cut.
That's a deep cut. And then Shane Smith, who's not on the 26-man roster right now for the White Sox, but was their opening day starter. And never made it to the big leagues with the Brewers, but was a prospect in the org. As the pitch misses up and in on Cole Young, and it's 1-0.
Rule 5 pick for the White Sox.
1-0 pitch and a half swing, but he committed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Cole Young. Cubs, it's a little more clear cut with some of the Cubs. Of course, Tyrone Taylor. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball. Left side, backhanded by Ortiz. Off balance, so to first in time. Good stretch by Vaughn. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Drowan very efficient so far here, as Cal Raleigh will be the batter. Yeah, Tyrone Taylor. Owen Miller just got called up right before this series started between the Cubs and White Sox. Of course, Aaron Savali
back with the Cubs.
Back with the Cubs again. First pitch to Raleigh is over but low, and it's 1-0. Hobie Milner's on the IL, but one of our favorite Brewers. The pitch missed low. 2 balls and 0 strikes. Drew Pomeranz. Pitch is down and in. 3 balls and 0 strikes now in Raleigh.
Coaching staffs, of course, the White Sox have Walker McKinnon.
Absolutely. 3-0 pitch. That missed, and Raleigh draws the walk. That was the obvious one on the coaching staff that you were going to bring up, right, of the two staffs?
I was actually going to call him Walter.
Walter. That's a good inside joke. I appreciated that one. That was good. I know the guy behind us appreciated it, too.
Yep, he's laughing. A good belly laugh, not just a
Pitch is inside on Victor Robles. It's 1-0. There's another player on the Cubs 40-man. He's not up right now. Antoine Kelly. Remember the former second-round pick of the Brewers?
Sure. Brewers traded him to Texas.
1-0 pitch, missed down and away. 2 balls and 0 strikes. I think that was the Matt Bush trade.
I think that's right.
Yeah, left-hander. Always had good stuff when he was first coming up. Runner at first is Raleigh. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Drowan's 2-0 pitch to Robles is a ball inside. And all of a sudden, Shane having some difficulty finding the strike zone here. It's a 4-pitch walk to Raleigh, and now 7 straight out of the zone. 2 outs and 1 on. 11-0 Brewers lead. 3-0 pitch is right through there for a strike, and it's 3-1. If you're injured, it's time to call in the right relief. Call Habish and Rotier, serving Wisconsinites for over 95 years. National reputation, hometown service. Visit Habish.com. 3-1 is a little tall, and it's back-to-back walks. So Drowan, who has been a strike thrower, save for his debut in Boston. I mean, he's been a guy that has attacked and come right after hitters, and with an 11-0 lead, you know that he's trying to do that. He got 2 very quick outs here. And he's at 34 pitches, but this is a guy that's fully stretched out. But he might be using a little different amount of energy coming out of the pen, unloading what you have a little quicker.
Think about
Anderson's up in the pen.
Think about how long he's been sitting in that dugout, too.
Yeah, another issue that he is dealing with here. So Chris Hook is out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to chat with Drowan. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining at over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. Yeah, 3-2 White Sox over the Cubs right now. That game's in the top of the 6th inning. Cardinals winners earlier today, 3-0 over the Reds in Cincinnati. Twins take down the Braves 4-1. Braves have dropped a couple now in a row. Pitch is in there for a strike on Brock Rodden with a slider, and it's 0-1. Dodgers leading the Rockies 6-3 in Colorado. Bottom of the 4 there. 0-1. Chopped foul at the plate, and it snowballs to 2 strikes. Pittsburgh winners at home over Detroit 4-1. Drive around the league presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. 0-2 on Rodden. Drowan kicks, delivers, and missed outside of the breaking ball. It is 1-2. 11 runs on 10 hits tonight for the Crew. 1-2 pitch, and he missed a little high. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, but it was up and out of the zone. And so the count is level. Drowan kicks, delivers, and a liner right into the glove of Joey Ortiz at short, who squeezes it for the final out. So a pair of 2-out walks for the Mariners, but they stay at first and second, and the Mariners strand those walks. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's an 11-0.
6'3", 220 pounds, 23 years old. Swing, a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot. The first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Team of Wisconsin operating engineers today at join139.com.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's an 11-0 Brewers lead. Luis Lara to lead things off for the Crew, as Davila stays on the mound for the Mariners. First pitch is ball to Lara, and the 1-0 pitch is lined into right field for a base hit for Luis Lara. So leadoff man aboard for the Brewers. And that'll get Garrett Mitchell to the plate. Seventh inning stretch, sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino for championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement. Create the perfect summer getaway. So here's Mitchell. He's had a good night. 2 for 3 for Garrett. Hopefully the start of something for Mitchell as he takes a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Some changes for you. Cal Raleigh no longer behind the plate. It is Johnny Pareda as the pitch is a strike at the knees on Mitchell, and it's 0-2. And Weston Wilson is now the new third baseman. He takes over for Brendan Donovan. The 0-2 is lined into left and down for a base hit for Garrett Mitchell. A 3-hit night for Garrett. So first and second, and nobody out here for the Crew in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll get Joey Ortiz to the plate for the 4th time tonight. Joey's officially 1 for 2. So some changes for the Mariners. This one's trending toward a position player getting on the mound before it's all said and done. We shall see. First offering to Ortiz, missed inside. That's 1 ball and no strikes. Brewers with a chance to tack on some more here. The pitch. He's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 on Ortiz. These are the kind of nights that will make the manager smile, too, because you're coming off an off day after that 17 games and 17-day stretch where you really had to push your pitching staff. 1-1 is a swing and a miss down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you've been able to cover this game with Harrison and Drowan and really save your bullpen over the course of this game here tonight. Haven't had to go to the leverage guys, at least to this point, and shouldn't have to. As the pitch is down and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Unless something really funky happened, you wouldn't have to. So just like another day off for some of those guys out there. And when it's this lopsided, there's a second benefit to it. You don't even have to get those guys up. You know, sometimes you'll have situations where you have to get a Trevor McGill up in a 5-run lead late in the game because you just never know. You shouldn't even have to touch those guys at any point over the course of the night tonight. 2-2 pitch is a ground ball left side. Big hop for Rodden. He goes to second for 1 to get Mitchell. So they'll get the middle runner, and the Brewers have him on the corners with 1 away. And David Hamilton, who homered in his last at bat and is 2 for 3 tonight, will be the batter. It really sets you up very well for the rest of this series when you win a lopsided game like this in Game 1. And especially when you're coming off an off day. You're going to have a very fresh bullpen the next couple of days. Pitch misses down and in from Davila. Pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Hamilton. Hamilton with his 4th home run of the season back in the 6th. Brewers with 12 hits on the night. The 2-0 pitch, that missed down and in. 3 balls and no strikes. They have had so much traffic. Remember, Miller looked like he got into a little bit of a groove after the Brewers had got to him for that early run. The Brewers stranded a pair in the 2nd, but then he had a 1-2-3 third, a 1-2-3 4th, and then it all changed in that 5th. Brewers came back and added some more insult to the injury in the 6th. Back-to-back 5 spots in the 5th and 6th inning for the Crew. Now a chance to tack on some more here in the 7th. 3-0 pitch, and Hamilton takes a strike. It's 3-1.
Can I just tell you, Lane, how happy I am that you get some base runners in the 7th inning?
Yeah, it had been all clean until the 7th.
I wasn't sure what you were doing today at work, but now you get to earn it.
3-1 is in there for a strike. It's 3-2. It's like showing up to run the register at a fast food place and nobody's in the drive-thru. I guess I'm just going to sit here and look at my phone. 3-2 pitch. Fouled out of play down the left field line. Stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Need a little wind here.
All right, Tom Callahan. Lara's at third. Ortiz is at first. 3-2 pitch, late swing, and he shoots it foul over into the Mariners' third base dugout. Stays at 3-2 on David Hamilton. You've got you've got Lockridge actually in the on-deck circle. He came in defensively in the top of the 7th inning. Hamilton back in there. 3-2 pitch is a liner past the glove of the shortstop Rodden and into left center field for a base hit. Lara trots home. Stopping at second is Ortiz. It is 12-0 Milwaukee. How about 4 driven in tonight for David Hamilton? And as we get a visit to the mound, let's pause 10 for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. So a very quick mound visit for the Mariners. Those are brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. So a quick conversation with Davila. 12-0 Milwaukee. Lockridge with his first at-bat of the night. Hitting in the spot previously occupied at the top of the order for Terrain. Davila's first pitch is in there with a with a slider, and it's 0-1. It is getting a little tense down at Wrigley. Still 3-2 White Sox as Lockridge rolls one foul. Third base side played by Matt Erickson in the third base box. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on Lockridge. Huascar Brazoban has come into the game for the White Sox. Cubs have 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. Ian Happ is at the plate. 0-2 is a ground ball right back to Davila. He throws to second, throws it into center field. Backing up the play was Rodden, the shortstop, so he caught that overthrow on the edge of the grass. Everybody's safe. Davila was going to try to start up a double play, and if he makes a good throw, he's probably got a double play, but he kind of lobbed it and let that ball just sail on him. It'll be an E1. I think he was maybe navigating the side of the mound a little bit and just never got his feet set when he made that throw. So now they're loaded for Andrew Vaughn.
Looked like he was throwing a hand grenade.
Yeah, it really did. First offering to Vaughn is outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. That was a poor effort, I think is fair to say.
It's not his best throw of his life.
The 1-0 pitch to Vaughn. That's outside. It goes to 2 balls and 0 strikes.
There's guiding a throw, and then there's what he just did. Not ideal. Suboptimal.
Yeah. All of those things. 2-0. Down and away. 3 balls and 0 strikes. White Sox got out of it, by the way. Ian Happ flied out to center fielder Tristan Peters. So it's 3-2 Chicago White Sox. Going to the 7th inning at Wrigley. 3-0 pitch. Vaughn taking all the way, takes his strike, and it's 3-1. This one's all Brewers here tonight. A 12-0 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate by Vaughn. And the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers have had some big offensive outputs over the course of the season. This one not yet in the territory of biggest offensive night. But the night's not over. 3-2, ground ball left side. Picked by the third baseman Wilson. Goes to second for one, on to first, and then dropped it first by Naylor. And the run will score from third in the form of Joey Ortiz. It's 13-0 Milwaukee. Boy, it looked like a pretty routine 5-4-3 double play, but Naylor just didn't squeeze the throw from second, and it'll be a fielder's choice RBI for Andrew Vaughn.
They could give that an E3. They should give that an E3.
So runners on the corners here, and Jonathan Ornelas is the batter. First offering is rolled foul up the third baseline, 0-1. Yeah, you do that because the throw was there. If the second baseman sails the throw,
or if it hits the dirt,
right?
Didn't hit the dirt.
No, I'm talking about the assumed double. You can't assume a double play, but because it's in the glove of the first baseman, that's a totally different situation.
Yeah, he's out if he catches it.
The 0-1 on Ornelas is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So 13-0 Milwaukee here. 0-2. Down and away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
No RBI for Vaughn.
Sadly.
But better than a double play ball.
Yep. All that matters is that a run ends up on the scoreboard. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ornelas strikes out. The inning is over. So the Brewers add a couple more here in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. It's 13-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
On the MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal. Welcome to the show.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump that the Cardinals have been waiting for. This is the future.
We go to the 8th inning here at American Family Field. Grant Anderson takes over on the mound for the Crew, and taking over on the mic for us, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. Grant Anderson, last pitch in the Dodgers series on the 14th, his last appearance in the big leagues. 2/3 of an inning, walked one, stranded the inherited runner in the 7th inning. 3 appearances in the minor leagues after his option. And a first pitch ball on Weston Wilson, or as he is known as Weston Wilson in some parts. The 1-0 is fouled back by Wilson.
In all parts of this press box, that's how he's known.
Yes, sir. Confirmed. One of Kurt Hoag's favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
Weston Wilson. 1-1, sweeper for a strike in the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anybody that has a name with O-N or a vowel and then a consonant at the end, like a William.
Well, you know who he replaced in the game.
I sure do. Here's the 1-2. Is swing and a miss. And Wilson, replacing Donovan, is out.
Things you can do when it's 13-0.
Anybody who has gone to a spring training game down in Arizona knows exactly what I'm talking about. 1 away after the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin strikeout. And the hitter is Randy Arozarena. Takes down and away for ball 1. Today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Over 900 signatory contractor partners who are building Wisconsin's infrastructure. You know where to find them. The 1-0 to Arozarena is a strike. LIUNA Wisconsin.org and feel the power. Arozarena 0-for-3. 3 base hits for the Mariners today. A wave and a miss, and it's 1-2. In case you're curious, for the Mariners, trailing 13-0. The 1-2 is a ground ball hit towards short. On the forehand with a dive. Here's Ortiz. He throws to first, and he got him. A foot for a slide to stop his momentum. He popped up, spun around, and fired to first, and got Arozarena. That is a Gold Glove play at short for Joey Ortiz. I don't care if it's 13-0 or 1-0. That's a sparkling play from Joey Ortiz. Never takes anything for granted. And that takes ground ball after ground ball after ground ball to make a play like that. It's stellar. Dominic Canzone pops it up. Shallow left for Lockridge. He's there, puts it away. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 8th. I was about to tell you the Mariners have used a position player just 1 time this year. We may see it a 2nd time here in a moment. 13-0 Brewers, bottom of the 8th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
I'm Pat Dunphy. I've been a lawyer.
Raines, who pops it up. Lopez fires his mask right into the gut of Tim Raines. Injury to insult.
So you got to laugh to keep from crying. Oh, that got me. Oh, was that funny? I know it's not funny, but he's all right.
Well, Kirby will get a front row view of this. Want a juice box while you're down there, George?
The glasses, watch the glasses.
Yeah, don't break the glasses. Just putting on a poncho.
What is Robles doing?
You saw that too.
He's going to go warm up. What's he doing?
So man in front with the hat. His hat caught the ball. Then he got it like it's my ball. Oh, we're good.
Battling the sun. He can't make the play. And it falls in. So whatever's going on in that sky, it's an equal opportunity offender.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Leo Rivas is the pitcher for Seattle. First pitch to William Contreras, low for ball 1. This is the 4th career pitching appearance for Rivas. He's given up no earned runs. There's a strike. Whistling in there at 40 miles an hour. Coming back again. Lobs it. A fly ball into right center. It's back again, and off the top of the fence. Contreras hustling into second base. He's got a double, missed a homer by about 5 inches. He had to supply all the power there. It's 50, not 50 bucks, 75 bucks. 75 bucks for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the silver lining on that double hit by Contreras. Now it's Yelich. Yelich with a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. That broke the game open. And Yelich takes in the dirt and blocked. 1 ball and no strikes. Rivas has given up some hits, but no earned runs in his career. Yelich takes wide. Ooh, a strike. Cannot challenge if you're Christian Yelich. Oh. Oh, oh. It's late. That's wide. That's going to look really bad on the umpire scorecard for Adrian Johnson, but I give him a pass. That's wide again. He is barely cracking 40 miles an hour. He hasn't cracked 40 against Yelich. Line drive, center field, base hit for Yelich. Contreras will stop at third. Second hit of the day for Yelly. And Luis Lara hits. Well, the Brewers don't really need any insurance runs, but I mean, they're up 13-0. You might as well get them while you can. Visit networkhealth.com. Find the health insurance plan that fits your needs. Insurance, it's what they do. You'd love to save some for tomorrow, but it doesn't work that way. Lara's going to hit from the right side of the plate and take a ball. He's throwing like a slow-pitch softball player right now. Can I get a different read there? I already did that one. There's a strike on Lara. Tried to give me the first pitch read. We're long past the first pitch. Lara, fly ball to deep left. Back it goes. It is up and gone. The first big league homer for Luis Lara. Another 3-run home run by the Brewers tonight. It's their third. And Lara's going to want that baseball back. The first one to greet him in the dugout is Abner Uribe. That is awesome. Good for Luis Lara. I know it comes off of a position player, but it counts all the same. $16-0 as Garrett Mitchell looked at a ball. He is going to get a lot of trash talk from his teammates, but it's still a home run no matter what.
What'd you hit out for your first home run? An Ephus pitch?
Ephus! That's wide on Garrett Mitchell. So Rivas has given up runs in his first ever pitching appearance this year. First time ever in his career. As Mitchell hits a smash into right center for a base hit. Station to station for Garrett Mitchell. That's his 4th hit of the game. Three-run homers in the game for the Brewers, up 16-0.
Brewers are a hit away from their season high, matching their season high in hits with 18. They are nearing that high in runs, too.
Well, they've got their 18th hit. Joey Ortiz with a single to right.
And 16 was the high in runs, so they've tied that as well.
June 1st against the San Francisco Giants.
So now this very well could end up being the most prolific offensive night of the year.
Brewers are doing what they're supposed to do. 16 runs on 18 hits they've scored in each of the last 4 innings. 5, 5, 2, and 3. The Kings of the crooked number today. And that is a ball on Hamilton. Another lobber in there is a strike. 39 miles an hour. 2-1. Hamilton into center. That is going to be in the tracks of Rodriguez, who makes the catch. 1 away in this 8th inning. And Brandon Lockridge hits. Hamilton now 3 for 5. Everybody in the lineup has at least one hit with the exception of the top spot of the lineup. Lockridge and Terang a combined 0 for 3, 2 walks and a couple of runs scored. Lockridge hit into a fielder's choice back in the 7th. Ground ball left side. That finds a hole. It's a hit. Holding at third is Mitchell. And the bases are loaded for Vaughn. Three-run homers today for the Brewers. They've hit a 2-run homer. Vaughn to the left side. Again, a base hit. Another run scores. 17-0. A new season high in runs scored for the Brewers. Keep adding on to these hit totals. RBI for Vaughn. Jonathan Ornelas, the hitter. Ornelas line down the left field line. Arozarena can't get there. Falls in front. Run scores. 18-0. 18 runs on 21 hits. And Contreras, who started this inning with a double, is at the plate.
This has turned into a beer league softball game right now.
That's what it looks like, and these Brewers are hacking too. 22 pitches, and this is the 10th batter faced. Contreras takes low for ball 1. Pitch is inside. Well, you know it doesn't get old? Using her sausage, I know that. 2-0 pitch is low again. 3 balls, no strikes. Camping cookouts, blowouts, family get-togethers are all in full swing. Summertime in Wisconsin. Enjoy them with the season's favorite food, the Usinger Bratwurst. That's inside, ball 4. And Contreras is upset. He doesn't want to take the base. He wanted Adrian Johnson to call a strike so that he can keep hitting. Those ain't the rules, Wild Bill. Here's Yelich again. RBI walk. Second RBI for Contreras. Whether your gang prefers brats, hot dogs, whatever it is, as long as it's Usingers, you've got it. Yelich to center. Rodriguez is back. He'll make the catch. Tagging and scoring is Vaughn. And Rodriguez threw the ball out of play. He forgot how many outs there are, and it's 2 bases. 2 bases at the time of the pitch. They will award home plate to Ornelas, and Contreras will get third. Oh, man. Make it 21-0. 21-0, and Rodriguez is beside himself in the outfield. He can't believe it. He thought it was the 3rd out, fired it into the seats, and that is 2 bases at the time of the pitch. Laro homered, hits one off the end of the bat, shallow center. That will fall for a base hit. Make it 22-0. Two runs on 22 hits. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell, fly ball to right. Backing up, still backing up over the head of the right fielder. Over the shoulder, catch! Robles just made an over the shoulder Willie Mays style catch to end this inning, and he's hanging on to that baseball, not throwing it anywhere. A 9-run bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 22-0 lead for the Brewers over the Mariners. Woof! Traffic should not be a problem tonight, folks. Be back.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter,
is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
First pitch from the Brewers pitcher Gary Sanchez to Julio Rodriguez, a roller to first base. One pitch and one out. Andrew Vaughn telling Gary Sanchez, dude, don't cover first base. I got you, man. You're fine. Nope. You're fine.
There's been an emphasis on this, though.
Yep. Get over! Gary Sanchez wants a new sequence of signs as Josh Naylor digs in. One away in the ninth, and a big old curveball is how they rule it. 37 miles an hour, ball one. Second pitching performance for Sanchez this year. Floats one in, and it's ripped foul by Naylor. He pitched in San Diego, hit 88 on the radar gun. Impressive. The 22 runs, matching the franchise record for most runs scored in a game. They did that against the Toronto Blue Jays back in the early 90s. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Called that a slider at 67. He just didn't throw it with arc. I think he broke the Hawkeye system. They tried to figure out what that pitch was, and all the words got all jumbled. So Sanchez gives up a base hit. I mean, you're trying to preserve the shutout. Floater is a ball on Cole Young. Young 0 for 3. And a fly ball into shallow center. Mitchell coming in. He's there. 2 away. Cal Raleigh is the hitter. Told you about Usingers. How about Leinenkugel Summer Shandy? Refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor the moment. 1 out away. 22-0 Brewers. And the hitter is Cal Raleigh. Nope, it's not Raleigh. He's out of the game. It's Pareda. Pareda takes low. Chance of Gary from the crowd trying to finish this one out. Pareda takes in the dirt. Sanchez trying to throw slower than Rivas, who is at 35 miles an hour. That one has some life on it, but it's fouled away, left side.
Cubs have tied it at Wrigley, 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 7th.
Still hitting, 2 outs. 2-1. Pareda lines one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Lockridge will cut the ball off. Naylor not running at all. Stops at second base. So a hit for Pareda, who looked like a slow pitch softball player, making that swing. So Pareda with a hit. It's Victor Robles, who's walked twice and flied to left. Sanchez. Strike. 71 miles an hour. Robles befuddled. Little extra heat. Strike 2. Brought it in there at 73. All right, Gary. I see you working. Here we go. Sanchez. Ground ball to third. Hamilton has it. He'll take it to the bag, and this one is over. A historic night at the ballpark as the Brewers rout the Mariners by a final of 22-0. They tie a franchise record with 22 runs. Not a lot to dissect except for blowout. That's it. We'll be back. Tell you all about it on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
You're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
From the post-game to the morning show, there's no rest for baseball for Dominic Cotroneo, our Brewers 360 guest every Monday at 8:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
I don't care about a team record. I don't care about 100 wins. I don't care about any of that. Make sure that you're in tip-top shape the moment the playoffs start.
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Cannon and Dunphy, and Ridgetop Exteriors.
Looking for a real career, not just another job? Steamfitters Local 601 is recruiting for their Accelerated Fitter program. If you've got 5 years of trade or manufacturing experience, you could fast track into one of the most respected skilled trades. This is your chance to earn while you learn, with great union wages, excellent benefits, and
Over comes Ewing, dives, and he made the catch. Oh, wow. Psychopathic play by A.J. Ewing. And Reynolds robs another. He's done it again. Ward is at the wall. Taylor Ward makes the catch. He might have brought that back. Robert going back at the wall. He jumps and he makes the catch, crashing into the wall.
Long run Simpson, does he have a play? He's into foul ground and he slides and he made the catch.
To the wall. He's got it. What a catch.
Sliding stop at short Jimenez. Speeds on a pop-up, throws the first on a bounce for the out. What a play by Andres Jimenez.
O'Neal coming on with the dive, and he got it. Bowen coming in, and he makes the catch. Simeon gets turned around.